everybody, it's Paige and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. Today I'm going to be redoing my everyday makeup drawer. So what you're looking at here is essentially my filming setup. I have this desk from IKEA. This is the Malm desk. I'll link it down below. This is what I use to store my everyday makeup, which I rotate every month or so. And then also this is like my workspace when I'm filming. So I haven't updated this drawer in quite a long time and I haven't filmed it since like January or something like that. So today I'm going to show you everything that was in my everyday makeup drawer. Then I'm going to take a bunch of stuff out and then add a bunch of new stuff in that I haven't gotten the chance to really use yet. So here is just a little bit of an overview of the drawer. It's super messy. Things are overflowing. And then I also have some stuff on top, like the new Jaclyn Cosmetics products, some things I want to add to my everyday makeup drawer. There's brushes and all kinds of different things going on here. So if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So this is the first half of my everyday makeup drawer. I kind of have to do this in two sides because I can't get the whole drawer in one frame. So basically I'm just going to go through what I have in here, what I'm going to be keeping in here, and then what I'm going to be taking out. So my lip products are kind of exploding over here, but we're actually going to start in this area here. So I have a couple of setting sprays. I have the Morphe X Jeffree Star Set and Refresh Mist. I love this so much. This one is almost empty, so I will be keeping that in there. I also have the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. This one I've used quite a bit and I'm ready to try something else out, so I'm going to put this back in my makeup collection. This is the Skin & Co. Radiant Dew Refresh Mist. I do like this product, but I don't really like to use it to set my makeup, so I am going to take this out of my everyday makeup drawer. I also keep my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in this drawer because I need this with me at all times. And then the last thing I keep in this side compartment is the Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream. The lettering has kind of like started to like get all funky because I use this so much. This is my favorite primer of all time. I've used almost all of it, and yeah, I cannot live without this. So definitely going to be keeping this in my everyday makeup drawer, but I do plan on adding some other primers in here as well. Next, we're going to move on to lip products, and I'm actually going to speed through the sorting process, and then I'll show you the ones I'm keeping in here and then the ones that I'm taking out. So I'm going to go ahead and take out both of the lip scrubs that I had in here. I used both of these flavors quite a bit, so I'm going to switch them out with some other ones. The Jeffree Star Cosmetics and the Lush Cosmetics lip scrubs are my absolute favorite, so I usually keep one of each of these in my everyday makeup drawer. I'm also going to take out both of these liquid lipsticks since I did use them both quite a bit. We have Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Crush and Stila in the shade Angelo. I'm also going to take out both of these glosses. We have Buxom in the shade Erica and Morphe in the shade Frosé. I'm going to go ahead and take out both of these glosses as well. This is Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Blondie and Sephora Collection in the shade Perfect Nude. And then I'm going to take out both of these glosses. We have Rimmel in the shade Down to Gloss and NYX in the shade Madeline. I'm also taking out both of these lipsticks. We have MAC in the shade Creme de Nude and Buxom in the shade Goddess. And then I'm also going to take out all of these Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Cosmetics collaboration lip products just because I don't find myself using these on the everyday basis, but I definitely will reach for them when I want to reach for them, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out to make some more room. Now moving on to products that I'm going to keep in this drawer, we have the Shane Glossin lip gloss. I have some of my favorite lip liners. We have KKW Beauty in the shade Nude 1, NYX in the shade Nude Pink, Jeffree Star Cosmetics in the shade Mannequin, and then Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Pillow Talk. I'm going to keep my Algenist Lip Collagen in here. We've got Morphe Hot Shot, Lunar Beauty Enchantment Gloss, ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Scenic Route, Bodyography Liquid Lipstick in the shade Basic, and then the Laura Mercier Lipstick in the shade Beige in Time. I also decided to go ahead and take both of these out as well. This is the IGXO and Sam Sherman Lip Gloss in the shade Maxine, and then the Ofra Liquid Lipstick in the shade Baroque. Both of these two compartments contain blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. I'm going to go ahead and take out these 3 Believe Beauty products just because I used them so much and it's time to give some other products a chance, but I love all 3 of these products. This is the highlighter in the shade Pink Pearls. This is the blush in the shade Creamy Peach, and then we have the bronzer in the shade Hawaiian Glow. I'm also going to take out both of these ColourPop Peach blushes. I love this formula so much. We have Fresh and Peachy and Frisky Business. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, and I'm actually going to keep this in here. I also have this Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Powder in the shade Venus that I'm going to keep in here. I also just put this highlighter in here, so I'm going to keep it in here. This is the NARS highlighter in the shade Fort de France. This is the Givenchy Natural Glow Powder in the shade 2.5. I'm going to take this product out since I did get some good use out of it. This is the Laura Mercier highlighter in the shade Indiscretion. I love this highlighter so much, so I am going to keep this in here. This is MAC Soft and Gentle. This is one of my only MAC products. I love this so freaking much. I've been wearing it in like all of my Vlogmas videos. That's like the glow that I've had on, but I am going to take this out because I have used it a ton, and I have a bunch of other highlighters that I do want to add to my drawer, so I'm going to take this out, unfortunately. It doesn't want to leave. I have the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in the shade Medium. I haven't had a chance to try this yet, so I am going to keep this in here. I have this Dior palette, and I actually just used this for the very first time, like yesterday, and I used the shade right here, so I definitely do want to keep this. This is the Dior Backstage Contour Palette. I'm definitely going to keep this in this drawer. And then I have two Artist Couture products. We have Cocoa Bling Diamond Glow Powder, and then this is the Spotlight Glitz Diamond Lights Finisher, and I'm actually going to keep both of these in here as well because I've only used them each like one time. And then this is our last bin on this side of the drawer. We have a bunch of eye products in here. We have mascaras, eyeliners, lash glue, tweezers, primers, all of these things. So once again, I am going to speed through this process, and then I'll show you the ones I'm keeping in this drawer and the ones that I'm taking out. So there were two lip products in that drawer, and I'm going to take both of them out. One is the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star liquid lipstick, and then this is a NARS like lip and eye gloss in the shade First Time. So I'm going to go ahead and take both of those out. These are all of the mascaras that I have open right now. I know this is way too many, but they're all still good except for one of them. I'm keeping the Believe Beauty Lengthening Mascara. I'm also keeping the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I'm keeping the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. I'm keeping the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout Mascara, and then I'm keeping the Glossier Mascara. This is the only one that is dried up. This is the Wonder Extensions Lash Extension and Curl Mascara. I love this mascara so much, but it is really, really dried up and needs to be thrown away, so that's why I'm taking this one out. I'm taking out the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I'm taking out both of these brow products. We have the $1 Billion Brow Microblade Effect Brow product, and then the Wonder 2 Dual Precision Brow Liner. I'm also taking out Benefit Goof Proof, and then I'm also taking out these ColourPop gel liners. I'm keeping the JOA Wooden Brow Pencil and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel in my drawer. These are my go-tos. I'm keeping both of these eyeliners in here. We have the Benefit Roller Eye Bright Pencil and then the Hank and Henry Liquid Liner. I'm keeping my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in here. I'm keeping both of these eye primers in here. We have the P. Louise Base in the shade 2 and the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. I have some of my lash tools here that I'm keeping in here. I'm keeping this Milk Grow House Lash and Brow Serum. I need to get good at using this every single day. And then I'm also keeping my brush tip lash adhesive from Sephora Collection in here. So this is what it looks like after taking out all of those products. I would say we took out about half of the items that were in here. Now we're going to move on to the second half of the drawer. So I'm going to come back to this compartment here, which has all of my lashes in it. And then we're going to move on to this one, which has foundations. I only have 3 foundations in here. So technically I have 4 foundations in here because I have 2 shades of this Believe Beauty foundation. This is my favorite foundation of all time. I'm definitely keeping these in here. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I love this. It's another one of my absolute favorites, but I am going to take this out so that I can try some other foundations. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I just recently put this in here and I've only used it like once since doing that, so I'm also keeping this in the drawer. I have 2 powders in here. We have the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Magic Powder in the shade Beige, my favorite powder at the moment, so definitely keeping this in there. And then this is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Light. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out and start using a different one. I have so many different pairs of lashes in this drawer. These are all from D-Star Lashes. You can use code PAIGE for 20% off, but I'm just going to keep my absolute needs in this drawer, and then I'll go to my lash drawer for all of my other styles. So I'm going to keep Camilla Jacqueline and Paige in my drawer, and then Daisy, Baby Girl, Sugar, and Crystal will go back to my last drawer. This compartment here has concealers and primers. I have some Jeffree Star Magic concealers in here. This is my go-to concealer at the moment, so I will be keeping these in here. I have 2 shades of the Believe Beauty concealer, and I'm going to take both of these out of the drawer. And then I have the Makeup Obsession Mega Conceal and the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, and I'm going to take both of these out as well. This Believe Beauty Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer is amazing. I highly recommend it, but I am going to take this out so I can put some new ones in here. I'm going to keep the Kylie Skin Face Primer. I can't tell if I like this or not. I've used it a few times and I don't know. I still need to use it some more to figure out if I like it or not though, so I am going to keep this in the drawer. I have my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil that I'm going to keep in the drawer. And then this is the Farsali Liquid Glass Skin Serum, and I'm going to take this out of the drawer. And then our very last section of products is palettes. We have face palettes and eye palettes. Here are all of the face products that I have in the drawer. We have this Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana product. I'm going to keep this in here. I have the Kylie Jenner Pressed Blush in the shade Hopeless Romantic. I'm going to take this out. This is the Makeup Obsession Isn't Life Peachy Blush Palette. I'm going to take this out. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to keep this in here. And then this is the With Love Cosmetics Glow Palette. I love this palette so much, but sadly I dropped it and one of the shades completely fell out. It was so bad. Like, the fall was tragic. I was in a hotel room and it fell. It like flung off the table and landed like this, standing up on the ground, and all of the shade was gone. But I am going to actually put this away because I've gotten a ton of use out of it. I love it so much. I highly recommend it, but I have a bunch of highlighters that I want to try out, so I'm going to put this one back. I have the Blushing in Bali palette from BH Cosmetics. I reached for this a little bit, but not too much, so I guess I'll keep this in here. And then this palette is my go-to. This is the Bronze Squad palette from Benefit. I love it so much. Hoola is a go-to, Coralista is a go-to, Cookie is a go-to, Gold Rush is a go-to. The only shade in this palette that I don't use is Hoola Caramel, which I would probably use in the summer, so I definitely need this in my drawer. And then here we have the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Contour Palette. This is really nice. I've been using the shade Princess Cut and then Angle a lot, but let's see, should I keep it in here? I'm going to put this away and try some new things. I have a couple of ColourPop palettes in here. The first one is the Zodiac palette. I've used this one a few times, but I am going to go ahead and put this away because I have so many new eyeshadow palettes that I want to try out. This is the Dream Street palette. I actually, my Lush body spray leaked all over this and messed up the packaging, but the inside of it is still perfectly fine. I love these like metallic shades up here. Again, I'm going to go ahead and take this palette out. And then we have the Orangey Glad palette, and I haven't used this yet actually, so I'm going to keep this in here. I have the Violet Voss Essentials palette. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I'm going to go ahead and take this palette out. And then we have the Dominique Cosmetics Berries and Cream palette. This is a beautiful palette, and I still have only used this shade here, so I definitely want to keep this in here, and I need to use it because it's so beautiful, but it normally gets buried at the bottom of the drawer, so then I never see it, but I definitely want to keep that in here. This is the Carly Bible and Anastasia Beverly Hills collab palette. I love this palette. I think it's beautiful. I've used this several times, but I am going to go ahead and take this out so that I can use some other palettes. And then this is the last palette that I have in here. This is the Mirage palette from Profusion. I actually have not gotten a chance to use this aside from this shade here, so I do want to keep this in here. So this is an overview of what the drawer looks like after taking out those products, and then on top here I have them all sitting. So we took out quite a few products, a bunch of lip products we took out. So yeah, that's everything that was in the drawer. It's like crazy, like how did all of that fit in here with everything that's already in here? So now I'm going to go through my makeup collection and pick out some stuff to add to the drawer, and then I'll show you as I'm adding those. Okay, so things added up really quickly, and this is everything that I decided I wanted to add to my drawers. So here we go. So I'm going to start adding products over here and then make my way back this way, and I do have quite a few eyeshadow palettes to add to my drawer. First I'm adding the Morphe and Manny MUA Glam palette. I just did a review on this. I'm actually doing a giveaway with this palette. I really do enjoy it. I love the highlighters, especially in this palette, so I definitely want to add this. I also want to add the Nudie Patootie palette from Laura Lee Los Angeles. I haven't gotten a chance to use this palette yet. I do love the Cat's Pajamas palette, but I'm really excited to try this one out. This is the Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral palette. I haven't gotten a chance to use this yet, so definitely want to add this to the drawer. This is the You're So Money Baby palette from Kylie Cosmetics. This was, I think, part of her birthday collection, if I'm not mistaken. I used it for the review, but then I haven't gotten a chance to use it again, so I definitely want to put this in the drawer. This is the Strawberry Dream palette from Lunar Beauty. I used this like 3 or 4 times, and actually when I got it, this shade came broken. So the customer service was amazing, and they just sent me a new palette, and I was very, very impressed with that. So I love this palette. I haven't used this one yet. This is like the new one, but I'm really excited to have a fresh one. This is the Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is a beautiful palette. I have used it several times. There are so many colors in this palette, and I really want to try to focus on using some more of them, so that's why I'm adding it. Next, we have the Jackie Aina and Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I bought this palette and then I didn't end up ever using it, so this is still brand new. The Carly Bible palette came out shortly after this one, and I started using that one a lot more just because I felt like the colors were more my kind of colors, but I still really want to try out the Jackie Aina palette, so I definitely want to add this to the drawer. I actually decided I'm going to take out this Wet n Wild product because I have something else that I want to put in the drawer instead. This is the Mini Morphe and James Charles palette. I've been using this palette and loving it, and I like the size of it. At first I was like kind of like like I already have the regular size one, I don't need the mini one, but then I bought the mini one and I ended up using this one like all of the time, so I'm going to add this to the drawer. This is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I actually bought this palette and then it came broken, so I had to go to the store to exchange it. And so I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet, so definitely want to put this in the drawer. And then the last palette that I have is this one from With Love Cosmetics. This is the 'Tis the Season to Sparkle palette, and I am so excited to use this palette, you guys. I bought this from With Love Cosmetics. You guys know my love for With Love Cosmetics. I do purchase most of the products from them, but they do usually add in a couple of extra goodies for me, and I really do appreciate that. But this is their holiday palette. It's limited edition. I'll link it down below. I freaking love their products. I love their eyeshadows and their pressed glitters, so if you're looking for a fun palette, I definitely would say this one would be like a really good gift for somebody. I obviously haven't used it yet, but I already know it's going to be good. So these two palettes actually don't fit in the drawer because I picked too many, I guess, so I'm just going to have those sitting on top of my desk. That's usually what I do. I have my With Love Cosmetics pressed glitters sitting on top. I have them in this Morphe palette. They're so freaking beautiful. And then I have like my overflow ones because my collection is growing, so I'll just have all those palettes sitting together. The only powder that I'm adding is this Huda Beauty one. I just recently purchased this and I've only used it once so far, and I think I really like it, so I definitely want to give this some more use. The only primer that I decided to add is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Primer. My hand is like shaking. I've used this several times and I do really enjoy it, but I haven't used it in a while. I have 3 concealers to add. 2 of the Bowling Cakeless Concealer from Benefit, 2 different shades. I have shade 4 and shade 2, and then this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have 2 pairs of lashes to add to my drawer. These are from D-Star Lashes. These are their Christmas collection, available exclusively in December. Again, you can use code PAIGE for 20% off. These will be linked down below. I have used the shade Candy Cane, or the style Candy Cane, and I am obsessed with them. They are so stunning. And then these are the style Mrs. Claus. Again, so freaking beautiful. I haven't used these ones yet, but I cannot wait, so I definitely want to add both of those. I'm gonna order like 4 more Candy Canes because I need them. I think I'm only adding 1 eye product, and that is the Benefit Brow Styler. I'm also adding the NARS Inferno palette to the eyeshadow section back there. And then I'm also adding the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Luxury Palette of Pops. I'm adding the Charlotte Tilbury blush in the shade Pillow Talk. And then this is a mini Fenty Sandcastle Kilowatt highlighter. I'm also adding the Jaclyn Cosmetics Flash Palette to my everyday makeup drawer. I am so excited about this. I love it so much. I'm adding the Jaclyn Cosmetics Mood Light Powder in the shade Do Me. And then I'm actually adding 3 of these loose highlighters. We have Ant, Balm, and Extra. For setting spray, I'm adding the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And then these are all of the lip products that I'm adding. I've got the Galaxy Lip Scrub from Lush and the Lemon Sugar Lip Scrub from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is the Dragon Beauty Color Corrector. I forgot to add this into the concealer compartment, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing that. I have 2 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. One is in the shade Kim KW and the other one is in the shade BITCH Perfect. I have 2 liquid lipsticks from Laura Lee Los Angeles. We have Nakey Nakey and Mai Tai. This is the Kylie Cosmetics gloss in the shade 1 in a Billion. I have 2 With Love Cosmetics lip glosses in the shades Barely There and On the Cheek. This is the Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss in the shade Ibiza. This is the Marc Jacobs lip gloss in the shade Sugar Sugar. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Pretty Please. This is the YSL lipstick in the shade 85. And then I have 2 lip liners. We have a lip liner from Patrick Ta, and then this is a Christian Louboutin lip liner. Here is the final overview of all of the products in my everyday makeup drawer. I wasn't able to fit everything in here. I do have the Jaclyn Cosmetics products here. These fingerprints look horrible. And then these palettes that did not fit as well. But overall, I am very happy with how this all turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Tomorrow's Vlogmas video will be a Q&A, I believe, with my boyfriend. I had you guys ask us questions on my Instagram stories, so we're going to be answering all of your questions, or at least as many as we can. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!